A noose is just a window. Mary's son Braden was an angel. He would eat his broccoli without being asked. He never forgot his pleas and thank yous. He could win a spelling bee as easily as he could cartwheel the length of a football field. He was talented. He was kind, which is rare for a sixth grader. There was one thing. Bradian heard voices. Just one voice, actually. He heard the voice of Mary's late husband, his dead father. She scavenged the best therapists and psychiatrists, made countless long drives to fruitless appointments. Bradian received the same diagnosis from them all. He's a healthy, normal boy. So what was he hearing? Maybe she was the one who needed help. Mary would serve him breakfast, chocolate chip pancakes with real maple syrup, and ignore when Braden told her that Dad wanted to say good morning. And the drawings? Braden could draw with the skill of a collegiate art student, and the pictures were of her late husband, him golfing, them as a family, him waving hello, looking out as if he could see you. She managed to ignore all that too, and she would regret for the rest of her life. She ignored Braden when he said Dad was teaching him a magic spell that involved a rope and knot. The basement was unfinished. 2x4s plagued where there should have been a textured ceiling, which is where Braden managed to wrap a rope, tied a noose, and hung himself. Mary collapsed when she discovered him, made a tortured wail like every ounce of oxygen was ripped from her. She was shaking so bad it took her 3 tries to dial 911. In the days that followed, Mary learned that the human body can weep without end. Hour and even days, she learned she was utterly alone. And she learned that she couldn't even go near the basement door, which she always kept closed. Until one morning when she diluted her coffee with French vanilla creamer and tears, she turned to the basement door and found it open. She heard something down there. Someone. She could hear Braden's staccato laugh echoing from the basement. She tread the wooden stairs down to the concrete floor and saw the rope. When emergency services cut Braden down, they left the rope tied to the 2x4s. The rope hung still and beckoned. She grabbed the cut end and tied it 12 inches up, making a loop. And through that loop she saw into a different world. Her husband and son were laughing on the 9th green of a country club. She could smell the grass and the cheap cologne she bought her husband for their anniversary. Braden looked in her eyes. "Mom, we're waiting for you." Her husband blew her a kiss. Mary realized that all she wanted in the world was to be back with her family, and they were right in front of her, aching for a reunion.